Rain slicked the city streets. A lone figure, Detective Alistair Finch, stood beneath a flickering gas lamp. His trench coat billowed in the wind. Finch was no ordinary detective. He possessed a gift, a curse. He could hear the thoughts of others. Finch saw the city differently. Buildings whispered secrets. Crowds were a cacophony of desires, fears. His gift was a double-edged sword, isolating him in a world of deafening noise. He longed for silence, yet it was in the chaos of thoughts he found his purpose. Tonight, the city hummed with a particularly dark symphony. A new case awaited him, one that promised to test the limits of his abilities and drag him deeper into the city's underbelly. Finch took a deep breath, the metallic tang of rain mixing with the scent of fear and desperation clinging to the air. He was ready to listen. The case file lay open on his desk, sparse details illuminated by the dim lamplight. Veronica Vance, Finch muttered, tracing the name with his finger. A renowned socialite, vanished without a trace. The police were baffled, but Finch saw more than met the eye. He saw the threads of a carefully woven conspiracy. He visited Vance's opulent mansion, a place that once buzzed with life, now eerily silent. He could almost hear the echoes of thoughts, lingering like ghosts. He touched a silk scarf, still warm, and an image flashed in his mind. A man, face obscured by shadows, arguing with Veronica. Their thoughts, sharp and venomous, cut through the silence. The man's thoughts were a jumble of anger and fear, but beneath it, Finch sensed something else. Desperation? Or something more sinister? He needed to find this man, the last person to see Veronica alive. The whispers in the mansion offered no further clues, but Finch knew the city held the answers. He just had to listen. Finch navigated the city's underbelly, a labyrinth of dimly lit alleys and smoke-filled gambling dens. He moved like a phantom, his presence unnoticed, his mind attuned to the symphony of thoughts around him. He caught snippets of conversations, fragments of memories, each one a piece of the puzzle. He found himself drawn to a clandestine nightclub, the air thick with the scent of perfume and desperation. The thoughts here were guarded, shrouded in layers of deceit. But Finch was patient. He waited, listening, until he caught a whisper, a name uttered with a mix of fear and respect. Silas. Silas, Finch thought, his mind working feverishly. The name resonated with the image from Veronica's mansion, the shadowed figure, the air of power and danger. This had to be the man from Veronica's house. He was getting closer, the tangled threads of the case slowly unraveling in his mind. But with each step closer to the truth, the danger seemed to multiply. The investigation led Finch deeper into a world of secrets and lies. He discovered Veronica Vance was not the innocent socialite she pretended to be. She was embroiled in a dangerous game of espionage, her life entangled with powerful figures who would stop at nothing to protect their secrets. Finch's ability drew him closer to Silas, a man shrouded in mystery. He was a ghost, leaving no trace, his thoughts a fortress. But Finch was relentless. He had to know what happened to Veronica. His gift, his burden, compelled him. He discovered Silas was not just Veronica's lover, but a spy from a rival nation. And Veronica, privy to dangerous secrets, had become a liability. The case took a sinister turn. Was Veronica still alive? Or had her silence been bought with her life? Finch pressed on, the weight of his gift heavier than ever. He was close, he could feel it. The closer Finch got to the truth, the more dangerous his quest became. He was followed, shadowed by unseen figures. His phone calls were intercepted, his apartment ransacked. Someone, or something, wanted to stop him. One rainy night, returning to his apartment, he sensed it, a presence lurking in the shadows. "We know who you are," a voice hissed, cold and menacing. "Stop digging or face the consequences." A struggle ensued, the air thick with the metallic scent of blood. Finch fought back, his mind a weapon as dangerous as any blade. He escaped, but not unscathed. He was bleeding, physically and emotionally drained. The city felt colder now, the whispers sharper, more menacing. Was the truth worth this price? The question echoed in the silence of his ransacked apartment. He knew he couldn't stop now. Veronica Vance deserved justice, even if it cost him everything. The pieces of the puzzle fell into place during a tense standoff at a secluded warehouse. Silas, cornered, his mind a tempest of fear and desperation, revealed everything. Veronica was alive, held hostage, a pawn in a deadly game of international intrigue. But there was a twist. Silas hadn't kidnapped her. He was protecting her. The real enemy was closer, someone Veronica trusted, someone who moved unseen, pulling the strings from the shadows. Silas's revelation was a bombshell, turning Finch's world upside down. He had been chasing the wrong lead, misled by carefully planted lies. Veronica, her eyes filled with a mixture of relief and betrayal, confirmed Silas's story. The mastermind was her own brother, jealous of her success, hungry for power. He had orchestrated everything, using Veronica's connections, manipulating events to discredit her and seize control of her empire. The case concluded with the arrest of Veronica's brother, his web of deceit unraveled. Justice was served, but the city still felt shadowed, the victory bittersweet. Finch knew the darkness ran deep, that for every monster unmasked, countless others lurked in the shadows. Standing once more beneath the flickering gaslight, rain washing away the grime of the city, Finch felt a familiar weariness settle in his bones. The city was a symphony of secrets, and he, the conductor, forever caught between the melody and the dissonance. He took a deep breath, the metallic scent of rain now tinged with a hint of hope. The fight was never over, but tonight at least, silence was a possibility. He knew there would be more whispers, more cases that would test his resolve and push him to the edge. But he was ready. He was the mind detective, forever listening to the city's silent screams.